At the beautiful petite Grantez Dolmen in Jersey, in the Channel Islands, in the British Isles. And this is actually where, when I was 18 years old, I saw multiple UFOs in the sky. Right above me, guys, that sky right there, right above me. I was with my dad, my brother, and about 35 other people. We'd just done a group meditation with a guy called John Armitage, and after we'd finished the meditation, which is kind of like stargazing, it was a full moon, it was a beautiful evening, and just people started seeing lights in the sky, and it just went on for like a couple of hours, and it was like a light show in a way, you know. I mean, it wasn't like fireworks or anything like that, don't get me wrong, but like there were people looking at different parts of the sky and just pointing, and you know, my dad was looking at one thing and he was like, oh my god, I saw something, and it was like, and then it did a 90 degree turn, like what the hell. And yeah, I was looking in one part of the sky, and there was this incredible, it was a light ship, really. It was a light ship, so it was different colored lights kind of blinking in a pattern, and it would move a little bit, but then it was kind of like in that area, in that same point in the sky. And it was where I am now, it was up there, so it was up there. Obviously this is like a long time ago now, but and I felt something like consciousness interaction going on when I was experiencing this, and my dad saw this one as well, and so did my brother and a few others who I pointed, and I was just staring, mesmerized at it for about half an hour. And it was just like, oh my god, I've never seen anything like this before. So it was a unique and watershed moment in my life, really, because I realized, oh my god, there's unexplained phenomena out there. I've seen them. It's not just I've read about them. I've been reading about UFOs and unexplained things since I was about 11 years old. I saw it happen, and I had witnesses, and my dad was there, you know, and you know, he'd never seen anything, you know, he just came along to make sure his boys weren't getting into something weird. So we'd come to this group meditation thing. So it was a huge moment in my life, and I think probably for a lot of people there as well. And yeah, that's always stayed with me, you know. We did a lot of sky watching, stargazing with my dad from that moment on, and saw a lot more stuff, you know. But yeah, again, this dolmen here, this so-called burial chamber, right? So there's like a chamber here, a room off to the side, and it's too dark really to see anything right now. But I've just been sitting in there, and it's so peaceful. There's such a good current of energy there. It's like a telluric current. I'm sure if you actually tested it with sensitive instruments, you would find elevated levels of energy current. And this is something that David Wilcock talks about, with that these chambers were used for meditation and deeper connection and resonance in some description, whether you want to call it communing with the spirits, or you want to call it introspection, or you want to call it spiritual development. And it's the same, I went in this probably about 10 years ago, and I meditated in it, and I was like, I'm so powerful. So something to be aware of, guys. Where are the sites near you? Where are the stone sites near you? Can you get access to them? Can you go and spend some time there? Can you meditate there? Can you see what's about? And they talk about these sites as being activators. There's immense energy stored in these sites because they've been used for ritual and sacred practice for millennia, and they're stones, they're crystalline stones, so they have memory information. The forefront of technology is these quasi crystals and crystalline structures for used as memory banks, just like water can be used as a memory bank as well. There's loads of research happening with that, and yeah, they're amazing banks of information, guys, and potentially portals as well, when used with consciousness. So consciousness activated technology ultimately, and the guys who built these were much more in tune with all of that understanding, I believe, back then, and they had knowledge and they had access, and they built them for a reason beyond just burying people. Come on, guys. So that's what I wanted to share here at this magical place. Also, I want to say I came back maybe a year or two later, did another meditation with another group here in this place, and we saw a bright object suddenly appear coming from that direction. That direction, which is the west, across from the sea, and it would glow really bright, and then go really dim, and then go really bright, and then really dim, and then really bright, and we're just kind of moving as a trajectory across above us, and we were just like, oh my god, contact. It's beautiful. And that was after a meditation as well. So it's also, whatever that intelligence is, it responds to conscious intent. That's what my understanding now, after researching and experiencing all this for 20 plus years, is that this intelligence, whatever it is, that pilots or inhabits these lights, these maybe ships or saucers or whatever they are, they home in on conscious intent, awareness. So they're like, oh, there's something interesting happening here. These beings are making waves, in the ether, and they're interested in us, just like we would be interested in intelligent life in animals, or anthropologists go to a tribe and they're like, let's see what their culture is, and let's see, what their systems are, and let's study them. Oh, this looks really wise and intelligent, what they're doing here. Same deal, guys. Anyway, that's all from me. As you can see, twilight cometh. Hey, Flow Ninjas. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the latest video. If you did, then please give it a like. And of course, if you have something to say, I would love to hear your comments. If you haven't already subscribed, then please go ahead and subscribe. And of course, click the notification bell so you can get the latest videos as they come out.